Okay, I'll figure that out later. Okay, welcome in everybody. I'm getting on my screen set up, so bear with me. I do appreciate your patience while I get all of my screens together. And then we're gonna get into the intro, and we'll talk about my mission and all the topics for tonight. Mainly, we're gonna touch on how to tap into uncapped income and also time freedom. So that's our big topic for today. My name is Aaliyah. If this is your first time, I will be going live consistently on Thursdays and Tuesdays at 9 p.m. I will be going live on Thursdays and Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Let me get my Instagram set up. Bear with me, you guys. We're going to start shortly. We're talking about how to tap into uncapped income and time freedom. Those are our topics of discussion today. All right. I'm happy to see you guys. It's been, today feels like a Thursday, even though it's Tuesday. This week's been going by pretty quick to me. What do you guys think? Yeah. So again, I'm on my YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm getting Instagram up right now. Okay. So intro of myself. Once I get Instagram live, I'll start my intro. Okay. Oh, I gotta flip my camera. Okay, we're live. Welcome in. I'm on my TikTok, I'm on my Instagram, and I'm on my YouTube. So if I'm looking at a different screen, that's why. So for today, we're going to discuss how to tap into uncapped income and also time freedom. And we're going to talk about who I am, how to do that, and all the details, okay? So I'm excited about tonight's topic and being on 3 screens at one time, multitasking, trying to make sure that I'm touching all of my bases and not just one. So briefly about myself. Hi, my name is Aaliyah. I have been YouTubing, content creating since probably 2014, 15 on a consistent basis, but also like when life happens, I kind of take breaks, sabbaticals, and then I come back. But this time I'm here to stay. I've got a system implemented, so I know that I'll be able to be consistent. Hey, your social hustler. So I'm excited that this time we'll be talking more often. I am a spiritual practitioner, and I'm also a digital marketing expert. I've been in digital marketing for a while now. So my mission with what I'm doing now is to empower women with the tools and strategies for financial independence and freedom. Because why? Abundance is our divine birthright, and we all should have it. Women and men, but I focus on women because I am one, so it's easier to reach them. And what I'm talking about is not just for women. Men can do it too, but oftentimes men think it's like a industry for women. But no, a lot of men do it as well, and men also do very well in the industry of digital marketing. It's not just for women. Content creators can be males as well. So like I was saying, we're going to be discussing empowering women with the tools and strategies to tap into their financial independence and freedom. So if you're looking for uncapped income, if you're looking for time freedom, this is the live for you, and we're going to be discussing how to do that tonight. Oh, my straw. I'm constantly hydrating because I am a mommy of 3 under 3, and I'm still breastfeeding, so I'm going to be sipping throughout the night, so bear with me, okay? I'm encouraging everybody to tap the screens, share the live, like the live, share the live and like the live so we can get things going. I'm encouraging all shares, all likes, so I can get the algorithm pushing me out to people's pages so that we can get some more engagement, okay? That's very important for tonight. Everybody tap the screens. And also it'll help me create more content and get more updates to you all as well. So, okay. As a mom with children, I know that the common struggles are when you're working your 9 to 5, that's 40 hours a week away from home alone, 40 hours a week away from home, 40 hours a week away from your house. And then you have kids, and then you also have a husband, and then I know it's really hard for you to find time to connect with self and to be with self because you have all these responsibilities to juggle. So personally, like for me today, my husband, I was off today. My husband had an appointment. Mind you, we have 3 kids under 3, and I'm breastfeeding. So I'm trying to breastfeed a kid here. I've got a kid over there I'm trying to wrangle and yell at to tell them to stop doing something. Then I have another kid that's yelling and crying, so I have to figure out what's going on with them. So I know as a mom that it can be very overstimulating. It can be very stressful to have to do more than one thing at once. But as moms and women, we have to multitask. That's just what we do in our everyday life. So for me, I know down the road, long term, this is not what I want to do. I do not want to continue to spend 40 hours of my week at work. So I found a solution for all of us moms. We can do digital marketing. So I do want to know, before moving on, what are some of the biggest challenges that you all face right now? Whether it be time management, financial stresses, lack of support, lack of community. What are some of the things you guys are struggling with? Okay, so Jamie said time management. I feel like there's not enough hours in the day. So yes, Jamie said that one of her biggest challenges are time management. There's not enough time in the day. So with that, I say, I know this is cliche, but routine, a schedule, a system. Save yourself, time, energy, and money. System. So that's an acronym, not just the word. Save yourself time, energy, and money. I feel like that as a mom too. There's not enough hours in the day, but I have a system, aka a schedule, a routine that I do every day. It doesn't change. Every week I have the same activities planned. So yes, things are gonna arise that are not a part of the schedule or that are sporadic, but once that has passed, I can deviate back to my schedule and I'm on track. Okay, so every week I know on Saturday mornings I'm going to the grocery store. Every week I know on Tuesdays at 9 I'm going live on TikTok. So I have these systems in place, just like companies, big businesses. All companies have systems in place because if they didn't have systems in place, they wouldn't have a consistent way of having those streams of income. So when you're working a 9 to 5 and also trying to start a side hustle, you have to have a system in place as if you're one of those big businesses that you work for, so that you can consistently have that additional stream of income coming in. Okay. What else are you guys struggling with? What's something else that you guys are having a challenge with in your life? Okay, somebody said lack of community. When you say community, what do you mean by that? Okay, so you don't feel like you have the support that you need. And that's important. I'm blessed to have a community and the support that I need, but some mamas don't have that. So I do recommend, if you don't live by family, if you do live by family, try to, engaging with them more, building that relationship so that when you do need help, you have that contact or that POC to call to get help. There's also care.com. And also, if you need to message me, I have a lot of local and free resources when it comes to child care and assistance if you don't have anyone to help you with your kids. I know some POCs and referrals that you can get through certain state programs. Okay. Any more questions before we move forward, or any more challenges that you guys wanted to share? No? Okay, cool. So moving on, I'm going to time myself because I went over last time. Where's my pen? I will be timing myself, y'all. Okay. So right now it is 9:23. So we're going to sit on this topic for 10 minutes. again, before moving on, I wanted to remind you guys of my mission. My mission is to empower women with tools to walk in their divine birthright of abundance by providing tools and information to reach financial independence and also time freedom. Because in our life, the most expensive thing, the only thing that we cannot give back is our time. So we need that freedom to use it as we please and as we need to. Okay. So other struggles that I know that we deal with can be having low energy after working 8 hours, having mom guilt of leaving your kids and going to work, so you feel bad leaving your babies, but you have to. You know what I'm saying? You have to do what you have to do, but sometimes it comes with that guilt, and you have issues prioritizing your work responsibilities over your home life. And again, somebody mentioned lack of support, right? So, and I said that I could offer different POCs for that. So a big part of being able to move into time freedom and having uncapped income is having the right mindset. And a part of having the right mindset is having a strong spiritual life, or however you all define it. I'm not religious, but if you're religious, having a strong strength in time at church, or if you're spiritual, having a strong connection with yourself and source. Source being God, whom is to me, how I define God, is an extension of all. Everything is connected. I am you, you are me. Everything is connected. We're all part of source. So having a strong connection with self and God, that's really important in order to move forward and have the correct mindset. And being able to receive abundance, you have to have the right mindset. Because if you have, for example, a lack mindset, you're not going to be able to believe or fathom that you can have $10,000 months or $10,000 weeks, because you think that's impossible. You think in a state of lack, so you can't even fathom that I can make 10 bands in a week. People are doing it every day. It's actually more common than you think. But if you don't have the correct mindset, you won't be able to believe and have faith that you can do that yourself. So a big part of that is making sure that you have a strong spiritual connection, a strong sense of self. So integrating spirituality into your daily life will boost your mindset and help you manifest or work towards your goals way faster versus if you did not have that connection. So an example of that could be morning walks, meditating, if you pray, prayer. So for me, I go walking in the morning. Right now it's like 10-15 minutes, but it's better than nothing. So I'm in complete silence. I get up, I go walking. In that time of walking in complete silence and not thinking, not planning, not doing, but being in a meditative state as I'm walking, I'm able to tap in and receive information from source, from God, because I'm able to tune into that frequency and get the messages that I need. In that 5 minutes, you don't know what you'll hear or learn that you need to implement into your daily life to get things going. For example, a couple weeks ago I was meditating and I was like, God, what do I need to do right now? What do I need to do right now to become financially independent? Not independent, but financially stable on a consistent basis. Because there's been times where I've been financially stable, but it hasn't been on a consistent basis. And I want it to be to where we can go on vacation and we don't have to budget. Nothing on people that budget to go on vacation, but that's the kind of life that I'm manifesting for myself. Because we can go out and we don't have to say, okay, we can only spend this amount here, this amount there. No, we're just gone. We're just plotting our week out and we're doing whatever we do. That's the type of life that I want to live. And in order for me to reach that state, I feel like it's important that I maintain my practices such as walking and meditating, because in those moments I'm getting ideas and information that I otherwise wouldn't get when I'm doing our normal day-to-day activities, because my mind is not present at all times. So that's a very important piece of gaining the mindset to get to uncapped income and time freedom. A spiritual life, a spiritual relationship. So that'll help reduce your stress too, because you're moving your body, you're getting blood flow going. So you're reducing your stress And you're also bringing yourself clarity in those moments. So, an example of, if you've never meditated, a lot of people don't know how to meditate, they don't meditate at all. So, for beginners, I do recommend just sitting in silence for 2 minutes. Just closing your eyes, taking deep breaths. When you're breathing in, you breathe in for 4 seconds and you breathe out for 4 seconds. And then you just keep doing that for 2 minutes. And if you're thinking, it's fine. You can have thoughts, but try to just observe the thoughts. Try not to interact with those thoughts. And as you're meditating, just observe and be present and be there. And that's meditating. So if you can do that for 2 minutes starting out a day, you're golden. And then build up to 3 minutes, then go to 5. And then for me, I walk and meditate. You can walk and meditate, you can sit still and meditate. When you're beginning, I do recommend you just sit still and meditate, because you don't have to think. It's easier when you're new doing that. Hey, Tony. So that's one way to meditate. There's many different ways. That's just the example that I wanted to demonstrate for you guys to help you have ways to manage your stress and gain clarity from God in those moments. Hey, girl. So that's very important as far as getting the right mindset to being able to accept uncapped time and uncapped income and time freedom. You have to have the right mindset, and with the right mindset, you're having spiritual practices so that you can tune into that frequency of God and get that information to move forward, or those ideas to make more money, or different things and aspects that you wouldn't be able to gain clarity from if you're in a state of not being present. So, how do you get uncapped income? That's a great question. You do that by tapping into leveraging digital marketing. And digital marketing for me, in my case, is a digital course, an ebook, templates, seminars, a community of people that are like-minded, that are doing the same thing, so that you all can tap in and network with each other and ask what's working for them, what's not working. You can have somebody check your content for you to make sure that your stuff is like where it should be as far as what your goals are for your sales. There's a lot of different ways to leverage digital marketing. There's a lot of different type of digital marketing. There's audiobooks, like I said, there's ebooks. So the product that I currently have, which is DBA Digital Boss Academy, that's my highest ticket right now. There are higher tickets. One of the more famous products digitally are UBC. That one's $500 right now, or $497 right now. Digital Boss Academy is $111. So it's very competitive in the market because it's a cheaper ticket, but it has literally the same content in it. For example, there's digital marketing modules, there are branding modules, there's mindset mastery ebooks in there, there's financial literacy ebooks, there's books in there to fix your credit, there's a vendor list. There's so many things, and there's a Canva crash course, there's templates in there, there's ready-made products, so you don't have to make the product if you don't want to. For example, me, I'm going to use those templates to create my own ebooks and my own courses, but you can sell it as is if you want to. You don't have to make it from scratch. So that's one of the benefits and how it brings value. You don't have to change it if you don't want to, but I want to, because everybody has the ability to make their own digital product. If you know how to solve an issue for somebody, then you know how to make a digital product. For example, if you're a service provider, if you do lashes, if you sell hair, if you're a beautician, you can use something like Digital Boss Academy, which the link is in my bio, shameless plug. You can use Digital Boss Academy to create an own ebook on how to do a sew-in, create an ebook on how to braid, create an ebook on how to do lash extensions. And also there's a vendors list in there, so you can use that to order your hair from a new vendor that you didn't have before, to order your lashes. Like, there's so many different ways to flip Digital Boss Academy, not only to learn from it and implement it in your own personal life, but you can use that for your digital products, your digital marketing, and also to just sell. If you don't have a product but you have a following on social media already, you already have a community to sell to. You don't have to start from scratch. For me, it's kind of implementing digital marketing into what I was already doing, which was my spiritual practitioner business. So I'm marrying those together, which it's marketing anyway. Marketing is in every business, so you can use it in any type of business that you have. It's not just for one type. But also, with that being said, if you're selling to everyone, then you're selling to no one. Okay, so we only have 6 minutes left on this topic. But any questions about digital marketing, digital products, and what types there are? Okay, no questions. Cool. Moving on. So some of the people that are successful in the industry, people often, they think that it's oversaturated or there's too many people selling digital products, but y'all don't say that about clothing brands. There's hundreds of thousands of clothing brands, but yet it's not oversaturated. The thing about digital marketing is there's only one you. So nobody's going to, market the product like you do, or sell it like you do, or have the same personality as you. So it doesn't matter if it's a lot of people doing the same thing you're doing. There's a lot of different type of personalities and there's a lot of different people that are doing it. My community might not like what somebody else's community is doing or who their influencer is. So some people might love my personality, some people might hate it because I'm too laid back, or they think I talk too much, or I think too deeply. Some people might love that. So it all depends on your audience. Everybody is different. So that's why I say that the market is not oversaturated. There's very successful people like King Ashley Ann on Instagram. I love her. She has really good information on how to build your business on social media, digital marketing. She's great at business building and foundational things. She's helped over 174 of her clients make $1 million. So like I said, it's very lucrative and you can do what you want with it. It's just a matter of knowing how to set the right foundation, knowing who your target audience is, talking to them and not trying to sell to everybody, because when you're selling to everybody, you're selling to nobody. So for example, if you are looking for uncapped income and time freedom, this is Digital Boss Academy is the product for you. So if you know how to categorize yourself and say what you do short and not in the long reading out your whole resume, you can easily speak directly to your target audience instead of trying to speak to everybody. And plus, if you have a long drawn out intro of who you are, you're going to lose your audience. They're going to be like, okay. They might still be watching, but they're going to be lost. So you just want to keep it very short. You want to keep things simple, as if you're talking to a 12-year-old. Okay, so what time? Okay, we have 3 more minutes on it. So another success story is Empress of Economics. She's on Instagram as well. It's a lot of successful people doing this, and I do recommend, if you do decide to get into digital products, find somebody on social media that you like and respect and that you can learn from, and use that as digital marketing, not as digital research marketing, not necessarily somebody that you're trying to copy, but you're just learning what works for them, what doesn't work for them. Also, another big thing in digital marketing is they call it the 5 C's. I'm going to briefly touch on them. I got 5 minutes left on this topic and then we got to move on. So the 5 C's in digital marketing are color. So when you're doing your logos, when you're doing your websites, when you're doing your opt-in pages, you want to know the certain colors, the certain psychology behind certain colors and what they omit. So for example, oranges are like for happy, high energy, usually kind of masculine, but can be neutral. Pinks are, harmless, cute, disarming, beauty, that's something pink. And then purples for wisdom, royalty, things like that. So you want to know what colors mean and what emotions they evoke when you are creating your logos, your websites, and your opt-in pages. For example, red, I learned, my phone fell. But red, I learned that red is good for like digital businesses, so that's what I had in my logo. But I also learned, as far as Black people, the emotions that are evoked in them is wrong, incorrect, stop. So you might not necessarily want to include red in your logo. if you're marketing to Black people. So it just depends on, so you need to know that different data and information when you're creating your logo, website, and your opt-in pages, okay? So that's very important with digital marketing, the psychology of colors. So that's one of the 5 C's. The next 5C is consistency. You have to be consistent. So for example, I go live. Ooh, I gotta catch my breath. I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 o'clock. I'm going to consistently do that, so then my audience knows, hey, Aaliyah is going to be on live on Tuesday and Thursday. It's never going to be different. And they'll also see my beautiful picture in the back. They can expect that from me. So having those consistencies put your community at ease. Don't forget to tap the screen, give me some likes, like the live, share the live to people that you think could learn, if they are interested in uncapped income and having time freedom. Like the live and share the live to those individuals. Thank you, I appreciate it. So next, we're going to touch on communication. So the 5 C's, we've talked about color, we talked about consistency, and we talked about communication. The next C is community. So it's important for you to have community in, aka your target audience, because you know who you're talking to. So for me, my community are mamas with 9 to 5s who want uncapped income and time freedom. You want to know where they live. You want to know what they do. You want to know, do they have kids? What do they like to hang out with? You need a community, because when you have a community, you have a foundation of people who you have built trust with, and with that trust you're able to have launches, you're able to sell new shirts, new products, new coffee mugs, new ebooks, because you already have a community that have interest in what you're supplying. So that's why community is very important. Number 5, create conversation. So in your content, in your videos, reels, your posts, it's good when somebody likes something, but you want them to have a comment of more than 4 words on it, because that pushes you further out into the algorithm when you have multiple comments instead of just emojis. So be a conversation starter. If you don't want to engage in people, content creation and digital marketing, they're not going to mesh well with you, because most of it is engaging with people, connecting with them, having common things that you guys both can connect to, and sharing impact and having conversation and being vulnerable. That's a large part of digital marketing and digital products. And lastly, a call to action. So when you're doing content creation, people don't know what you want them to do. You don't necessarily always want them to go to the link in your bio. You might want them to subscribe to your newsletter. You might want them to share the live, like the live. You might want them to join your community. So you have to make sure that you're always telling your audience on each one of your posts what you want them to do. Be bossy. Okay, so moving on. I went over on time with that section. So we just went over the 5 C's. Color, knowing the energy that each color evokes. So before you know you make your website and your logo, you know what kind of colors you want to express to your customers in your images, because each of them evoke different emotion. So you also want to be consistent. Like I get on live twice a week. You want to be consistent with your followers. You don't have to post 3 times a week, but you want to make sure that your engagement is consistent when you do so. Also, you want to communicate. You want to communicate, over communicate, not just emojis. You want to talk to them, engage with them. Use sentences, not just emojis, when you're talking to your audience, when you're responding back to comments and DMs. And also the 4th C is creating conversation. And lastly, having a call to action. Be bossy in your captions. Let them know where to go, what to do. Like the live or follow me. Like tell them what it is you want them to do after they read your post. Okay, you guys, moving on. So are there any questions about the 5 C's when it comes to digital marketing and digital products? No questions? Okay. So other practical steps to start when you're doing digital marketing and digital products are choosing your niche. So for me, my niche is spirituality and marketing. So 80% of my content is going to be talking about one of those things. The other 20% can be lifestyle, something relatable to your audience so that you can create a connection between them. And then another start that you can do when digital marketing is building your personal brand. That could be something as simple as when you're doing one of your reels, do you always post at a certain angle? Do you use a certain font in your videos? That's a part of your personal brand. So you want to be consistent in that. And lastly is creating content. Do you want to do faceless content? Do you want to do travel? Do you want to do beauty? You want to make sure you're constantly creating, You want to make sure that you're constantly creating content so there's never a time, say your hair not done that week. There's never a time you don't have content. It's already in your phone because you created it. Boom. So those are some things that you can do to start. I'm going to always include actionable steps when you want to get into digital marketing. Why do we have this? Hey, cousin, and I don't know, but hey, Alan's really common, so that could be why. So also, tips on time management, because somebody on my YouTube said that they feel like they don't have enough time in the day. Again, I know it's cliche, but have a schedule. I know things can randomly pop up in life and things are sporadic, but say something comes up, you always can deviate back to your schedule. Like I do this every Saturday. I go grocery shopping every Saturday. So that way you have a system. Save yourself time, energy, and money. System, that's the acronym, not just a word. All the big companies have a system and they're able to create multiple streams of income with it because they're doing the same thing every day and it never stops, and they're able to incur multiple streams of income. So if you're working a 9 to 5 and you're also wanting to get into digital marketing, you have to have systems in place. Okay, no questions. All right, moving on. Ooh, it's 8:45, y'all. I have 15 minutes left. I know I was late, but I still have to go at 9. I'm sorry, at 10, because I have kiddos and I have to go to sleep. I get up at 5. So next we're going to talk about the importance of community. So in Digital Boss Academy, one of the great things is you're not just buying a course, you're not just buying the ebooks, the templates, and all the done for you products, but you also get community. You get people that are doing the same thing as you. You get people who are also trying to build their business. You get people who are also trying to learn how to brand and how to market their content. It's just, and it's so supportive. Like the energy in there is very positive. Like I haven't encountered any negative energy in there, which I mean, negative energy is fine, but in there I really do like the community. And we meet every other Tuesday to talk about what's working, what's not working, different things that have come up in the market. It's a great support group, and $111 for all that in this industry for this type of product is unheard of. So that's another perk of the community. And I personally had somebody reach out. She inboxed me and gave me game that was worth at least 10 bands for free. And we talked, and she was very supportive and kind, and she shared information that she didn't have to share with me. So that's a perk of DBA, Digital Boss Academy, is you have a community behind you. People that are new, people that have been doing it for years, people that have been doing it for 6 months. We're sharing our wins in there. It's inspiring, and it's great to just be around like-minded folks, because if you're around people that don't think the same or have the same frequency as you easily can be swayed away from where you're aligned to being what you're planning on and supposed to be doing. I do want to invite everybody to follow me, share the live, like the live. I'm concluding today's topic. We talked about ways to tap into uncapped income and time freedom with digital products, and actionable ways of how to start, and different ways to strategize with your content using the 5 C's. The 5 C's being color, knowing what emotions are evoked by certain colors, being consistent, posting the same type of content on a consistent basis. 80% is about your niche, and 20% is relatable and ways you can connect with your people. We talked about communication. Are you gonna be upbeat? What personality are you gonna display? Really, we talked about being yourself. Like, you don't want to be anybody else in this, because it's gonna become hard. You're gonna be drained because you're always trying to be something that you're not. So if you're constantly just being yourself, you're less prone to being burnt out when it comes to working and also doing digital products and digital marketing. Another C was conversation. Always keep the conversation flowing with your people in your comments and on your videos and your reels. And call to action. Be bossy with your content. Tell them what to do. Go like the live. Go join my community. Go click on the link in my bio to get in my newsletter. Tell them what you need them to do. What else did we talk about? But yeah, that's all we talked about tonight. So it was a good time. I did enjoy it. I have 10 minutes left. So I'm opening the floor for questions. I do have 10 minutes left. I will open the floor up for questions. I notice another thing is people don't like being perceived as being new or not knowing what they're doing. At some point and at every job, you were new. You did not always know what you were doing. So it's okay to show up and not know everything. A part of being successful and having a business is failing, because when you fail from one strategy or one idea, you then know to pivot and try something different. And it's a numbers game. As many times as you have to pivot or you've been told no, you know how to tweak it and do it better next time. It's like riding a bike. The more you do it, you just get better at it. So it's okay to be new. That's just how it is. Everybody's been new at one point. So don't worry about that. Okay, so now we're going to move on to creating a vision for time freedom. It's another exercise that we're going to start. Okay, you guys. So I want you to, again, close your eyes. We're going to do a visualization exercise. And this is going to help you tap into your time freedom vision. Close your eyes and think about no time constraints. Think about the life you want, the financial situation that you want for yourself, that you desire. Where is that version of you? What is that version? While you're closing your eyes, think about, what is that version of you wearing? How is your hair? Where are you living? What city are you in? What island are you in? Do you live in a condo? Do you live in the country? Do you live in the city? Is it nighttime? Is it windy? What do you eat? Like, you want to visualize and think about what that future version of you does, looks like, is, so that you now can write that down and become that person. You do that today. So you don't just think of it and don't move on it. You make action. You start wearing what that future version of you wears. You start eating what that future version of you eats. So if you can think it, you literally have to start making action on becoming that. Everything starts in your mind. Literally everything around you was an idea first, and then it became a thing. This pen was an idea, and somebody created a pen. So that is a part of your visualization exercise. And from that visualization, you write out what you saw, what you smelled, what you wore, how your hair was, so that you then can create action plans to move towards that simultaneously at the same time. Okay, you guys, we've got 8 minutes left. Any more questions? No? Okay, well, I have enjoyed you guys. I'm going to wrap things up. We talked about integrating spirituality to get the right mindset so that you can have uncapped income and time freedom. We talked about leveraging digital marketing, and we talked about building a community and the five C's when creating your content, and your actionable steps on those as well. So again, I do encourage you all to like the live, share the live, and also go to the link in my bio if you haven't already get DBA if you're ready to commit. If not, I do have the Digital Boss Guide that is for free today. The Digital Boss Guide that shows you exactly what digital products are and how you're able to accumulate income with them. I also have the digital guide to launch your digital product, and that's only $47 today. You can get all those with the link in my bio. I also offer spiritual practitioner public speaking and services such as postpartum doula, services such as spiritual readings. You can also schedule on the link in my bio as well. My calendar is up to date. I do yoga, and I also do guided meditations for events as well, in private parties and corporations. My email is in my bio. I'll be here again on Thursday at 9 p.m. and we'll discuss spirituality and marketing on the digital webs. Again, this was a pleasure. My name is Aaliyah. You guys have a good night. Bye.